As part of my evil plot to teach each and every one of you how to cook sustainably, I'm going to show you how far you can stretch 4 lemons. And the first use, it's the most obvious, it's the juice. I'm using the juice of these lemons to help brine pork chops. Then I'm going to take the meat and the pulp and make lemon syrup. Now, you know I don't measure anything over here. I added water and 2 different types of sugar, and I'm going to boil that down until it thickens. Well, boil is the wrong word. I bring it to a prolonged simmer, and that's because that white pulp that's on the inside can go a bit bitter if you boil it. Now, at this point, I realized my heart wasn't really happy. My mouth wanted a different flavor, so I returned the syrup to the pot. Then I went outside and gathered all the herbs that looked good to me today, which included thyme and some really strong spring mint. I rinsed the herbs and dried them and then introduced them to my syrup. It was a marriage made in heaven. And I hope this encourages you because making syrup is so easy and it's a lovely thing to have on hand. Oh, look, you see that little hair? I saw it. I took it out. Calm yourselves. It's going to be okay. But making syrup is really, really easy and I love adding it to my cocktails. Now we have all this pulp left over. We're not going to let that go to waste. I'm going to press that through my sieve and recover all that lovely juiciness. And see, this is all that's left. The seeds and just a little bit of the pulp. I used that to make tea. But all that stuff that came through the sieve, it's like a lemon jam. And I put it on everything. I put it on bread and I put it on top of my pork chop. It's deliciousness. Sorry, got distracted. Just remembering how good that tastes. Now, we have another resource that came from these lemons, and it's the peels. I washed them and allowed them to air dry, and now I'm going to make an oleo saccharum. Saccharum, one of those words I've read but don't know how to pronounce. But it translates into oil sugar. We are going to draw out all the lovely flavor of the oil from these lemon peels into sugar. And one of the most wonderful things about this process is that you don't have to be precious about it. You could leave those peels whole and drizzle sugar all over them, or you can cut them up like I do, because that's just the way I like to do it. I shake it up, I leave it on the counter for a couple of days, and I'm going to have a lovely syrup, which will probably end up in a cocktail because I need that for medicinal purposes. And see, 4 lemons, they went a long way. They helped me make my pork chops. They made this lovely lemon syrup. And they also helped me make this delicious, delicious lemon jam jelly. What's the difference? And finally, I'm going to have my oleo saccharum. I hope this helps.